My name is Michal, and I'm a human geneticist working at the Wellcome Genome Campus just outside of Cambridge.
What type of scientist are you?
Most of the time, I work on my computer, analyzing DNA data, trying to understand how differences in the genetic code make people different.
What do you have to do in your job?
I study human population genetics, which means I look at DNA of different peoples from all around the world, trying to understand the human genetic diversity. But I'm also interested in evolutionary genetics, which means I look at DNA from other great apes, like for example gorillas, and human DNA from 1,000-year-old bones, trying to understand how it's changed over time.
Is it hard to be a scientist?
It's not that hard, everyone can be scientists, you just have to be persistent, stubborn and curious. So don't get put off by failure. Sometimes experiments don't work and we're not getting the answers we'd like to, but it's all part of the learning curve. So don't give up and think outside the box.
What do you like most about your job?
I would say freedom and creativity, so you can pursue your interests and come up with research questions of your choice. And I really love puzzle solving and making discoveries very exciting. So being the first person on the planet explaining a little bit of the surrounding world for the very first time is very rewarding.
What is the worst bit about your job?
I guess the time I spend in front of a computer, I prefer to be studying nature and human communities in the field.
Did you always want to be a scientist?
Yes, from a very young age. I knew I wanted to be a biologist and study nature since I was 10, I think. And I even asked Santa for a microscope when I was a kid, and that was the best present ever.
What is your favourite thing when you're not working?
It's definitely acting. I love drama, theatre and film. I went to drama school and I keep auditioning, so if I'm not in the lab, you can find me on stage.
If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Probably a time travel. As evolutionary biologists, we make guesses about the past. So I'd like to have a time machine to be able to go back in time and see those processes happening. I'd love to know whether our guesses are wrong or right. But also meeting our ancestors and going even further back in time to see the dinosaurs and the world millions of years ago would be amazing.
What is your favourite animal?
I absolutely love newts and salamanders. I find them so colourful and cute, and they look like little lizards, but they're actually amphibians, which means they're aquatic tadpoles with gills living underwater when they're young, and then they develop into adult, air-breathing form with lungs, and I find that absolutely fascinating.